Well, it seems like there's nobody here. Download the Braveheart soundtrack on Spotify. And drive this road as early in the morning as possible. I don't know why, but this is definitely creeping me out, the fact that there's like nobody else here. Good morning guys, and welcome back to Geordie in the Wild. I've just woken up in Glen Etive, which this mountain is the start of. The Glen is further down this way. So this is part 4 of the Scotland trip, and I'm going to actually take you this way first, which is down towards Glencoe, because the mountains on the left there are just awesome, so I'll show you guys that. But we're not actually going to stay up here in the Highlands. We're going to head back south towards the English border, and we're going to go back to somewhere we've been before, do a little bit of fishing, and hopefully the weather prevails as well. We haven't had any rain whatsoever all week, so it's been fantastic. So let's dive straight in, shall we? We're going to start down in Glencoe, so let's get to it. Guys, if I can give you one piece of advice, download the Braveheart soundtrack on Spotify, and when you're driving through the Highlands through towards Glencoe, just start it off and turn up that volume. I've just done it myself there and I had goose pimples. I will try and sneak a little clip in at the end, but I think it might get copyrighted because of the music. But Glencoe is about 5 miles that way. So you're heading west towards Fort William through Glencoe. But yeah, come and check this out, look at that. Another piece of advice I would give you is try and drive this road as early in the morning as possible when it's quiet, because you don't want trucks and buses and lorries in front of you spoiling the view. So yeah, try and get out here as early as you can. Look at this. Oh guys, this is the direction we just came from Glen Etive, and this is why I've brought you down here. There's just something so mean and naughty about those mountains. I love them. I've actually done a hike up that trail there a couple of years ago when I was prepping for Everest Base Camp. I'd pulled me back out at the time, so I only got about halfway up, and then it started chucking it down with rain. The sun was out as well, but look at how awesome this valley is. Not bad, is it? The only downside is all of them cars and vans there, but you can cut that out, just do that. Come to Scotland and see this for yourself, because it's so worth it. There's also this corner, guys, and there's some parking just there, and there's a few waterfalls to look at just over the edge of here. Pretty nice. Yeah, if you've got the time, I would definitely stop at this one. The only downside is there's a lot of traffic. So over on the hill there is Glencoe Ski Resort. I've never been myself, but I've been quite spoilt because I learned how to ski in Canada, in Cypress Mountain and Whistler and stuff. So to be honest, I've had no desire to come up here because I've heard the snow's not amazing. But yeah, if you do want to go skiing, you can do it here in the Highlands, and that's at Glencoe, which is just over on the hill there to the right. Just look at the colours of these trees. Well guys, we are back in Lochdoon. That's where we're camped. a few videos ago, but I'm going to go at the other end of the lake because I know that there's a few spots down there. It's very quiet. I haven't seen another car. I haven't seen any tents, anything like that. It is 10 degrees and it's October, like, but we'll see. So you know, brown all the ferns are now compared to what they were. Anyway, let's get down there. This bridge that we're just about to cross is the one that we got on the drone the last time. Do you remember how green everything was? If you just look to the left there, everything now is completely brown. So Loch Doon is actually one of the first camping spots that I came to after lockdown during COVID and stuff. We were fortunate enough to be in Canada during most of it, and we never got fully locked down. So every weekend we just pack the car up and go camping up the Squamish Valley, which is on the way to Whistler. If you get a chance to go up there, head about 26 kilometres up that Squamish logging road, and there's a little spot called, I think it's Hideaway or Hideout, and yeah, the views are spectacular, the river's beautiful, and the camping is just awesome, so I would definitely recommend you go there. Right guys, there's something strange going on here. This is the camp spot that I've stayed at before, so I'm gonna have a little fire here and I'll put my tent there. But why have I seen nobody? That's another spot, that's empty. I haven't seen a single car since I drove along here. Does somebody know something I don't? I mean, the weather looks like it might bucket down, but I don't think it's gonna. It doesn't feel right. And then you've got access to the loch here. You can walk down here and fish down there. Hang on, is that a tent? I think that's a tent, isn't it? Can't see anybody though. And there's no cars, well. Creepy. Right, anyway, we're gonna get set up. You see, this is what winds me up when it stops people being able to camp, especially in England, because people leave all the shit behind. Look at all the toilet roll. This bush is a disgrace. Look at that. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna pick a lot of it up. I'm not gonna touch, you know, a dirty toilet roll, but it's the same here. Beautiful little spot in the trees, and there's litter everywhere. I don't know why, but this is definitely creeping me out, the fact that there's like nobody else here. And I'm a bit worried about going down to this tent. There's no car. I wonder if there's anybody down there, like, I guess we'll find out. Well, it seems like there's nobody here, but I'm just going to sit down by the rocks now and fish. I think this is like a permanent setup. There's like a new bit of lawn. There's a fishing rod, there's bits and pieces lying around. It looks like somebody maybe lives here. So I'm just going to go down on the rocks over there, keep myself to myself. And I've just felt the first spot of rain of the whole trip. So maybe I haven't got away with it. There's definitely a very creepy element to this. I don't like it. Well, I've done about 25 casts there with this little jig and not a sniff. I can't use the fly rod here because the wind's pushing this way. I'll never get it out there. Plus it'll just blow back on the surface of the water. I'm going to keep fishing for a bit, see what happens, and I might even move further down. I'll see what happens, but yeah. Nothing yet, as per usual. So I just walked from around there and I found this beach here. Some of these inflatables over there. I wonder if it's the same guy who's got the tent there. This is very strange, the fact I haven't seen a single other person since I got here. and during the summer this is like really full. I know it's October, but I still think it's a bit strange. The wind is definitely picking up. You're whistling through the eyes of it. Go back past this tent and go back up the far. There's some beers down there. Fishing rod. Definitely been into the tannins by the look of it as well. And I'm guessing that's the washing line. It's not a bad spot to live, I guess. Seriously, what is going on? It's Saturday. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon and there's just nobody at all down here. I saw that there was like a little cafe on the way in and I saw that was open, but this is bizarre, this. I'm actually starting to like wonder if I should even stay here. What's going on? There's plenty of potholes along this road, which I didn't think this BMW is designed for, so I'm taking my time. Oh well, thank God for that. Vehicles. Yeah, can't say any people like. This is a canny little camp spot. Right by the river. Anybody know what that is? Because I don't. Oh God. Blue sky trying to make an appearance, but yeah, I'm not going to hold my breath on that one. It's absolutely dead around here. I can't believe how many people I've seen, which isn't any at all. That water level is a lot less than when we were here last, because you could only just about see the greenness over there, I think, on that beach. Pretty good cast, that one. Oh yeah, man, get a fish on the end of it then. I swear to God, there's no fishing. Can't be just me that's this bad at fishing, is it? I caught loads of fish in Australia and New Zealand. You know, it's a lot easier there. They're not as elusive over there. But how many hours have I wasted trying to catch a fish on this bloody channel, and we still haven't caught a single fish? Not even like a little bloody perch or something. It's starting to piss me off. So I'm having a little pistachio nut break. Yeah, they are pistachios. I think cashews for some reason. Once again, I'm completely alone with this. I don't know if it's luck or there's just something else going on, but look at that. Beautiful. Right, so I think my plan is head for the mouth of the river there, and we'll have a few more flicks with the lure, try the fly rod out. I'm gonna give it another hour, and if we get zilch, game over. Now if you remember, that's where those guys were fishing, but the water level was probably where the green is, and I went over there and had a few flicks, so I'm gonna have a go here. Let's see what happens. Christ. Well, that's it. I think I'm officially the world's worst fisherman. And I'm up to my ankles in mud. Ugh. Right, I think we're going to head back to camp because it's freezing. There's nothing happening. And that fly rod is catching nothing as well. It really is quite beautiful, like. So as you can see and hear, that wind is just flying straight up the side of the hill. So I've made myself a little makeshift windbreak. A couple of big nails in the side of the tree, which will do no harm. I'll take them out. And yeah, that's it. So that should keep nice and out the wind. Unless it just rips straight through the top like it did the last time, but I guess we'll find out, won't we? Right, so I've had a massive kerfuffle there. I'm recording these videos on my phone as it stands because I've had GoPros over the years and they just keep shitting themselves and it's really annoying. But I filled up my storage twice on this Scotland trip. So I'm having to edit videos, delete apps to free up storage to then be able to export the video that I'm making to put on YouTube. So it's been a bit of a slog, if I'm honest. So I've just spent the last hour and a half doing them sorts of things to try and free up enough memory to record the rest of tonight. As you can see, it's turned pitch black. We're gonna have burgers tonight on the barbecue, nice and simple. Gonna get this fire going again and see what happens after that. Right, let's get in. Let's get some light in here. My power bank also doubles up as a torch, which is what's going on here. Hello, mate. It's going to be nice and simple tonight. We're going to have some Wagyu beef burgers. Whack them straight on. Close that because it's very, very windy. And then we'll chuck some onions, cheese and avocado on at the end. I'm just going to spoon out the avocado again. It's fresh, it's ready. Oh, that's so good. Got the burgers cooking away there. The wind is still just blasting through this camp. I put the top up as a windbreak and then the wind just changed direction. I was like, are you taking the piss? But that's life, isn't it? Woo! Well guys, I think the hamburgers are done. This is just a very extremely simple meal tonight. Get the lids on. That one's upside down. It's fire enough. I can flip it over. Probably going to lose some onion. Yep. There we go. 2 cheeseburgers smothered in onions. Bosh. Right, let's get into these burgers. That is very juicy. Have a bang on that. Simple but not bad. So guys, I've got what you might actually call an announcement. Like I said in the past, I've done a lot of travelling over the last 11 years, and Geordie in the Wild is something I've only started up in probably the last 6 to 7 months. but I'm enjoying it so much that I'm going to take it abroad as well. So Geordie and the Wild is going international, and it might be the next video, it might be within the next 2 or 3 videos, I'm not sure. That's burning my face off. But yeah, so as it stands, me and my dad are going to travel over to St Martin in the Caribbean, and we're going to do 10 or 11 days out there, and I'm taking you guys with us. But that's not all. So when my dad actually flies home at the end of them 10 days, I'm going to travel on to Mexico by myself, and there's a lot more to come after that, so stay tuned, because this could get very, very good indeed. We're going to go fishing, we're going to do boat trips, we're going to see the most amazing wildlife, we're going to have fires on the beach with new friends. It's going to be awesome. I cannot wait, and I'm looking forward to taking you guys with me as well, so cheers to that. Thankfully that wind seems to have died right off. There's barely anything at the moment. There's a few flutters in the trees. That huge block of wood there, I've carried around on my van, and well, yeah, I've carried it around for about a year. Drilled a hole in the top, drilled a hole in the side, because I read that if you put a firelight on the side, the flames will come up from the centre, and basically you can put a couple of stones on there and cook a pan, you know, frying pan, fry some burgers, blah blah blah. And I've tried it twice to set it on fire and it just hasn't went, so do you know what? I've just set the whole thing on fire because I've had enough of it, frankly. Too many memories. See you later. The wind's kicking off again, making the flames go sideways. That wind is getting frisky. Put it this way, I'm glad we weren't going to be cooking off that, because that's only took about 3 hours to actually get going. And there isn't even really a cooking flame coming out of the top of it, to be honest. Ah! Hello! Hello, mate! Where you been all my life? Ooh! Yoo-hoo! Woo! So essentially that is what it was meant to look like, and then you're meant to put 3 rocks or 4 rocks on each corner, and then you've essentially got a hob. That does actually look really good now. Morning. It is 7:38 AM. Oh God, bloody bird. I just looked to the right there and a bird was flying straight towards me face, and it just dodged away the last sec. Oh, I've had a pretty sleepless night because of that moving so much, and the wind. Just bits of wind would come through and just psh, psh, it was bloody horrible. It's rained a bit this morning. This is how miserable it's looking. Yeah. So I think it's time to get up, get packed up, and I'm heading home, because it's now Sunday. I've been on the road since Wednesday, and I've showered once. I left that block of wood last night. I took it off the fire, but obviously the wind's probably kicked it back up again, and it slowly just disintegrated and disappeared because of the wind. I was going to use that to cook this morning. Oh well. Anyway, I'm all packed up. I've left the next person a little bit of firewood there, because I don't need it, and I'm sure that'll come in very handy for someone. Anyway, I've took everything out of the trees, all packed up and ready to go. It's definitely a case of Geordie in the wild this morning. This is disgusting. Well guys, that's it. That's a wrap. I've done 4 videos this week, which I'm really happy about. I'm not going to complain too much about this weather right now because we've had tremendous weather for Tay Forest, then we went up Ben Nevis, and then the day before yesterday was brilliant as well. If you're wondering why my videos don't seem to match the time of year, that's because I'm compiling a bunch of them, and then I'm going to launch the channel probably January or February of 26, and then we're going to see what happens with the channel, and if it proves successful, I'm going to be going out doing a lot more of this and bringing a video every week. But for now, thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. As always, I'm getting out of here. I'm going home for a shower and a massive Sunday dinner. So I'll see you in the next one. We might get another one squeezed in before we go out to the Caribbean. I'm not sure, but we'll see what happens with that. So I'll see you in the next one. Bosh. Guys, if I can stick your van up your arse. Would you friggin' believe it? The wind's changed direction. I'm not moving it. But then we're heading 3 hours south back towards the shit.